Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Shen and today I'm going to be reviewing the e.l.f. Cosmetics Flawless Finish Foundation. So I do have the camo concealers and I really do like those, so I wanted to try this foundation to see how it is. I picked it up in two shades. I got Cinnamon and Nutmeg. I ended up buying Cinnamon online on Superdrug, but when it arrived it didn't really match me, so I had to go back in store and pick up Nutmeg, which I think is the next shade up. So the foundation actually retails for £7.50. However, Superdrug was doing a buy one get one half price, so I ended up picking up their poreless putty and also their brow pencil, which is what I use to do my brows today. So the packaging is a frosted glass packaging with a pump on it, and I really like the fact that it has a pump. It contains 0.68 fluid ounces, which is 20 mils. A standard foundation would usually be about 30 mils, so this is like, you don't really get as much as you would in a normal foundation. Okay, so again, I purchased mine in Superdrug. I realized that there's only 20 something shades on superdrug.com, and on the e.l.f. website they do have the full range of 40 foundations. So I did find that in store that they don't really stock the full range. They never really do with any foundation. So I'm just going to quickly run through the specs of the foundation for you guys. This is from the e.l.f. Cosmetics website. It says that there's 40 shades. It's supposed to be lightweight, full coverage, oil-free formula, blends naturally into the skin for a beautiful semi-matte finish, and it's supposed to last all day. The liquid formula helps restores uneven skin textures and tones for visibly brighter skin. Perfect for all skin types. So Cinnamon, which is the first shade I picked up that didn't quite match me, is supposed to be deep with golden undertones. And then Nutmeg is supposed to be deep with peachy undertones. So I do want to do some comparison swatches of foundations that I use on a regular basis. Okay, so this is my Fenty Pro Filt'r foundation in the shade 410. It does kind of look like it's similar to the Cinnamon shade. However, I feel like this Fenty shade is a bit more pigmented, so it doesn't look as, dare I say, ashy as Cinnamon. So this is my NARS Longwear foundation in the shade Macao. And again, it does look very similar to Cinnamon, but it is a lot more pigmented. There's just a bit more of like a golden undertone opposed to the Cinnamon that has, it still has that golden shade, but I feel like it's just a little bit too light. And then this is my Dior Backstage foundation in the shade 5N, and it does kind of look similar to the Fenty foundation. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 356 Warm Coconut, and this is one of my best drugstore matches. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and this is in the shade Copper. So now I'm going to go into applying the foundation. As I said, I did pick up their poreless putty primer. So it has kind of like a, it's not what I expected it to feel like. It melts when you rub it, and it kind of melts down to like a oily kind of consistency. It felt like a really oily consistency when I was running my fingers through it, but when you apply it to the face it kind of gets a bit tacky. So, and I like that feeling. I feel like it is filling in any pores or any lines. This is one pump of product. I think that's a lot, to be honest. I'm going to use my NYX sponge to apply the foundation. I always use a sponge to apply foundation. Oh, and straight away this has a pungent perfume smell. I do not like fragrance in foundations. So that's one pump on the lower half of my face. I'm going to go back in with another pump. So we're on two pumps now, and I can see it's still showing up imperfections with the one pump, but going in with the second layer, yeah, it's covered up pretty okay. I wouldn't say this is full coverage though. I really do not like the smell of this foundation. I can't stand that perfumey smell. It kind of reminds me of the Chanel foundation. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's a really matte foundation and it has like a really strong smell, same like this. I feel like the texture is just like that as well. Okay, so that's foundation done. I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup and come back quickly on camera and show you guys what the foundation is looking like. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup and then come back on camera and show you guys what the foundation looks like. Now that I have all my makeup on my face now, it kind of reminds me of a foundation that I really don't like, but not bad, or not as bad as that foundation. And I think it's to do with the finish, or kind of like the texture of it. Because it's a mattifying foundation, sometimes they kind of have that kind of chalky feel, and I can't describe it. It's like a chalky kind of feel, and I feel like this foundation kind of does that, but it doesn't look bad. That's the thing. Even though it kind of feels or has the texture of like a chalky kind of, I can't describe it, it looks really nice in person and on camera. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. If you think the foundation looks pretty okay or not, tell me, let me know. For £7.50, they could have at least given us 30 mils of product, which is a standard foundation. I've bought drugstore foundations for around the same price point and still got 30 mils of product, and I feel like those foundations have kind of it's kind of just a little bit better than this foundation. So in my opinion, they could have just done the 30 mils. It is now 6:37, which is kind of late. I did apply this foundation kind of late, but I'm gonna try and wear it for as long as I can and then give you guys a check-in just to show you what the foundation is looking like. But so far I can see smile lines kind of developing, but everything else looks really good and I'm happy. Okay, so it's 10:10 now in the night, and this is what the foundation is looking like. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can have a closer look at it. I have smile lines, but I kind of predicted that I was gonna get it because I could tell from after I applied the foundation that I was gonna get smile lines. Apart from that, the rest of my face looks pretty good, but it's only 3.5 hours, so it's not really gone like a super long time. I don't have any cracking anywhere else or anywhere else. Foundation still looks pretty good. The only other thing that I can notice is the texture of my skin. It's really starting to show after the 3.5 hours. My pores look visibly larger on my cheeks. I don't have any major oiliness going on. The places that I usually get oily is my T-zone. I do have combination skin. Underneath my eyes still look really good, but that's due to the concealer. So the foundation doesn't feel heavy, it feels pretty lightweight. Maybe if I wore it for a little bit longer I would start to feel the foundation on my face, but because I tried it on so late I couldn't do any longer than the 3.5 hours. But yeah, I'm not really fussed. I mean, for a drugstore foundation it's done pretty okay. It's definitely not my favorite drugstore foundations. I do have other foundations that I think it performs a lot better than this, but however I feel like this foundation's actually performed pretty okay. It looks really nice on the skin. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you do enjoy it. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you do, and if you want to see me do a full face of e.l.f. cosmetics, just leave a comment down below and then I'll get around to doing that for you guys. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you guys in the next one.